Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our featured bout. It is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it is an official eliminator for the WBO Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Frank Warren, on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red, Foot Asylum, and Raynham Steel. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge is Charles Giles, along with the World Boxing Organization President Francisco Valcarcel. Supervisor tonight is Marion Palatin of Austria. Our three judges scoring on a 10-point system will be Marcus McDonald, Phil Edwards, and Dave Harris. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be Steve Gray. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived. Live on BT Sports from the Metro Radio Arena here in Newcastle, England, this is our main event of the evening. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing black with orange and weighed in at 10 stone, 13.5 pounds. Coming to us from Clydach Vale, Wales, he brings a professional record consisting of 16 wins, just one defeat, one draw, with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former Commonwealth and WBO European champion and the current British Super Welterweight champion, Liam the Machine Williams. And his opponent across the ring in this main event fight tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing white with black and gold and weighed in at 11 stone. Hailing from Liverpool, England, he has a professional record consisting of 25 wins, just one defeat, one draw, with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former British, Commonwealth, and WBO Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Liam B.B. Smith.
Take one step back. Don't throw any punches to the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up. Good luck, lads.
A respectful exchange between the two men. So much at stake, so much pride. Animosity, yes, but also considerable respect. And with Miguel Cotto having said that he anticipates retirement after his next fight at the beginning of December, then the winner of this almost certainly is going to be fighting for the WBO Championship of the World in his next fight.
I think we talked about how important it is for Smith to get a faster start than he did in the first fight, but it's also important for Williams to keep that fast start like he had in the first fight. But the Smith, you know, the way Smith fights, you know, is about making you work hard, getting you down the stretch. That's the tactic that he always implements in his game plan. It always works for him.
There have been occasions in the past when great rivalries have had rematches. Sometimes they've not quite lived up. Sometimes they've been quite brilliant, like Morales Barrera, for instance. Ben Eubank, second fight maybe wasn't quite the same as the first, but so much feeling and so much pride, kind of, which still reverberates through the years on this one. It might, in its own way, be something very similar to that. quiet start.
Yeah, both tentative and they're just having a look at each other. Williams just trying to maybe push Smith back a little bit with the jab. You know Smith's just going to look to slip inside and throw that left uppercut. Tried it there. Heads already.
It would be a surprise, I have to say, if heads were not an issue once again in this fight. Williams does tend to come in.
Fantastic jab there from Williams. And again, but Smith not far off with that uppercut.
Smith had his gloves up high then, although he rocked back onto the ropes.
Did well to turn him on the ropes as well there, did Liam Smith.
Smith, when he boxes, when he fights, he often has a half smile traced across his lips.
Yeah. He's born to fight, isn't he, Smith? Let's be honest.
Well, I think Liam Williams would say I'm the same. He's literally a stone's throw where he grew up, away from where the great Tommy Farr used to live. A lot of the Farr family still down there in Clydach Vale. Well, how do you score that one? It is a very, very tight opening round. Well, such a tight opening round, Barry. I don't really quite know how you split them.
Well, I couldn't, John. I literally didn't think anyone did enough to warrant them to win the round, to be honest.
Seconds out, round two.
Peace before the storm, maybe, as we move into round two.
See, except for starting, you know, maybe a little bit faster for Smith, I don't think the tactics should have even changed, because, you know, the walking you down and making you work hard is what he does. It was for Williams the tactics needed to change. I think he boxed really well, but he needed to throw straight, fast punches, and then he needs to spin off on an angle. Going back in straight lines, Smith jumps right on you. If you hit Smith with a shot, you got to jump, you got to pay you back. So you know he's going to do that, so you take an angle off, make him come looking for you.
Heads clashed again there. Now it starts to get a bit more physical.
To be fair there, Mike, Smith is the one trying to work. It was Williams who was holding on there.
Impact of the referee so important. Steve Gray, a key man in there. Very, very quiet opening round. Not a lot more action so far in this.
To be fair, it looked good, but I don't think nothing really landed. There's a right hand there from Williams. A good jab.
Smith having a little bit of success with his jab. He was dabbing a bit anxiously at his right eye. I think he was worried that he got a cut. I don't think he has, though.
Williams has got some sort of red blood around his nose. Oh, good shot there from Smith. Lovely uppercut.
So strong, physically strong, Liam Smith, and I think it was a factor the first time around that he didn't make the weight, and he clearly was struggling at the weight, and he didn't start at all well, but he has started better here.
Yeah, landed a lovely 1-2 straight on the line there from Liam Smith. And Williams just struggling to have that same success. Maybe just a little snap in the combinations, just not quite there yet from Liam Williams. That explosiveness he had in the first fight. There's a good shot.
Needs more of that. And a big contingent of Welsh fans who've made their way up from South Wales.
Look at that, Smith lands with an uppercut.
A bit happier.
Smith lands with an uppercut, Williams chases him straight back with exactly the same shot.
bit more action then in this second round than the first, which was distinctly soporific, but more talking points here. Interesting round that was, and well, we thought he got a bit of damage to his nose, and he's got some grease smeared across there. He had some success with those uppercuts, Liam Smith.
But look at that, Smith lands with a good shot, and Williams straight back. It's that sort of fight. Both marked up as well there, a little cut on the bridge of the nose there of Williams, and a little bit of swelling on the right eye there of Smith.
As we would anticipate, very little between them so far, early stages.
Good uppercut again there from Smith.
Good inside from Williams, lovely right hand. Such a difficult fight to second guess this one. Something which Gary Lockett and Joe Gallagher have been trying to do. Try and guess the tactics.
Well, you're just trying to mend all your mistakes in the previous fight. That's where they've obviously that's where they're both tentative. They're both afraid to just overreach, overcommit. But Williams needs to throw in bursts. Good left hook there from Williams.
That's better, he needs more of that, because Smith had had the better stages of this second round. Better early stages of this third round. Smith not quite having the trouble with the intensity of Liam Williams that he did in the first fight. It's been a slower start from Williams.
And Smith happy to give ground. He's just trying to draw on Williams. I thought he'd be the one trying to push it, just slipping inside the shots. Looking for those body shots and the uppercuts. But he's looking to draw Williams on. That's maybe just throwing Williams off his game a little bit. It's good though from Williams, uppercut, left hook.
That's tight guard though from Liam Smith, isn't it?
That's where Williams needs to take that real big pivot on the front foot after he lands a couple of shots and then go again from a different angle.
Good uppercut inside from Williams. One thing we know about Smith though is he does have a great chin.
He really does.
Well, it's an interesting fight, a fascinating fight, but so far, not a particularly dramatic fight. Well, it was another tight round, Barry.
Yeah, it was, John. I thought just the better work came from Liam Williams ever so slightly. That's a lovely uppercut there. He's using a Smith shot against him there, Liam Williams. That's a good shot as well. There's that smile you were talking about, John.
Yeah.
Seconds out, round 4.
You might notice the name Annie on the front of Liam Smith's belt. His grandmother, Annie, died exactly 2 years ago, absolutely to the day, and he's dedicating his performance today to her memory. Autism to his sister Holly. Liam Williams with the name of his young daughter on the belt of his shorts.
Good jab there from Smith. Solid shot.
Williams not yet quite dictating as he did in the early stages of the last time they fought.
No,
Did you give him that last round, Liam?
yeah, I give Williams that last round.
But not by a lot. I mean, the uppercuts were
Yeah.
eye-catching punches. Perhaps heard the voice of Joe Gallagher in the background there from the Smith corner saying, "Love your jab, lovely." And again, he says that.
Be more lateral movement in these first 3 rounds, or 3.5 rounds, than the whole fight from Liam Smith from the last fight.
He looks very much more organised than he did in the previous encounter. Williams on the front foot, but he's not connecting with the deal.
Well, he's not committing because he knows that Smith's trying to set him up for one of those uppercuts, catching him coming forward, so he's not willing to commit, Williams, but he needs to.
Well, I did suggest before the fight began that sometimes there's a lot of respect, which isn't always there first time around when they get back into rematches. No bad marking up of either fighter so far. And still, you sense, just feeling each other out.
Well, it's Williams doing all the pressing, Williams, and he's trying to force the face, but he's not landing with anything. And I think Smith's probably landed with the better shot, especially with that jab early on in the round.
Well, it's been a little bit of a chess match so far, hasn't it? And Liam Williams not as committed in the early stages as he was first time around.
No, I think he's trying to save a bit of energy for maybe down the stretch, but maybe. But I think Smith's tactics has been confused him a little bit, because he's willing to sit back and try to let Liam Williams lead.
Last round looked like a Smith round.
Yeah, for me, John, I just think that those few jabs in earlier on in the round, even though Williams was trying to force the pace, I think that maybe the cleaner work slightly came from Smith. They're all tight rounds, aren't they? Because no one's really committing to any of their attacks.
Well, nobody's opened up at all yet. As I say, it's a little bit of a chess match. Tactically trying to work their way into a position of superiority. Smith jabbing well tonight.
Yeah, good left at the body there from Williams. Oh, gotta be careful there, Smith.
He was through the ropes, and you can't do that. Gives him a timeout. He's not going to take a point, surely. Or is he? No, just a warning.
I don't think it was so much he could. He was through the ropes. The referee did say break, and I think Smith was just in the moment and threw the hook.
It wasn't the most hurtful punch thrown, was it?
No, that's the angle of attack that Williams needs to take. So that high guard of Smith, just take the angle, punch it in another angle. A little bit of a screw shot to get through the guard of Smith. What was that from Williams? He hurt his right hand then, or?
Well, he's
pulled it back a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a strange one. Let's hope he's not got any problem like that.
I'll tell you something though, if Smith gets a sniff of any sort of injury or problem, he'll jump all over him.
Well, he did have a problem with his hand after the first fight, Liam Williams.
And he had problems with his hands way before that in his career, mind John.
Just get the impression that the better jabs at this point are coming from the man from Liverpool.
Oh, good uppercut there from Smith.
That's better from Williams.
Fantastic work there from Williams.
Oh, and again, great shot, the left hand.
Again from Williams.
This time, Smith has to give ground and wants to hold on.
He's much better, Williams, when he's throwing in combinations. Stop Smith from work, and he's looking to counter the single shots of Smith. So he's throwing combinations, let your hands go, and then just take a different angle back.
Smith walking him down behind that high-held guard.
Because he's so physically strong, Smith, he should double up the jab and try and walk Williams back. Jab there again from Liam Williams.
Another difficult round to score.
Oh, I thought, a little bit of Ashley's there.
Landed after the bell from Liam Williams and a smile from Liam Smith. Did you give that one to?
Oh, Williams, John, I thought he had the front of the halfway mark. I thought he had much better round than Smith. Put his punches together well, put the combinations together really well.
Well, that's when he went through the ropes and getting a word from the ref as a result.
Look at that beautiful uppercut there from Liam Williams. And I just think he put his punches together better, John, in that round there, Liam Williams. Smith again with that smile, laughing every time he gets hit.
Zipping your shots, yeah? A little bit more zipping shots. Don't be placing, all right? Yeah. You're letting him grow then. Yeah. We're going to shut him back down now, that jab and the shots. Yeah? But make sure you don't leave your hand in there, the counter, all right? Okay? Switch off.
That's how Barry's got it, dead level.
Seconds out, round 6.
And there's not been a really clear winning round to either man so far.
No, there hasn't. There's been a lot of... So you could have it either way, couldn't you, I would imagine. But I think no one's really overcommitted to try and really go and grab the round.
It's good from Smith. Solid body shot.
This is Williams needs to take a step to the side. You know Smith's going to come back with an uppercut off the ropes. It's good from Smith, doubling up the jab, that's what he needs to do. Oh, good response though back there from Williams.
Still, respect is winning the day here. Good jab from Smith. Still neither man really committing. It is quiet and tactical, Barry. You almost watch it like this and you think, when's the real fight going to start?
So tight, isn't it?
Very.
Good from Williams again with the straight shots. Turn his punches together, combination that's better from him.
But Smith continuing to jab with real accuracy.
It's good from Smith there, 1-2, and it's a good step out. And the uppercut there from Smith, and coming back again there from the Williams.
It's another tight round. Good body shot from Smith, left hand. There's more noise coming from the Smith corner than from anywhere else in the crowd.
It's good upper body movement there from Liam Smith. Didn't see that in the first fight.
No, he looks sharper, doesn't he? He really does.
Good shot.
Good work there from Liam Smith in the closing seconds of the round. A good round for the Liverpudlian. Halfway stage of the fight. And let's listen into the corners.
Come on, that's your ability. Breathe. Right. Listen. You're letting your heart get the better of you, right? Right. You're walking in behind a high guard. You're letting him ping you with a jab. You've got to get your jab into play. You've got to move your head side to side on the way in.
Yeah, you're picking your shots lovely, all right? You don't switch off. You know when you've cracked him, he's got a gun for you. Now 3 times that round, as you move round this, he throws him, he throws him token sloppy right hand. You've got to look to counter that now. Keep walking him onto it, yeah? Slip outside, whack, let that left hand go, all right? But when he comes to the ropes, he's square on the right hand.
Halfway stage, and Barry Jones commentating with me here in Newcastle has Liam Smith ahead. There it is, by 1 point. Gary Lockett wanting a little bit more lateral movement from Liam Williams.
I think Williams needs a bit more energy in his work. And the explosive combinations he threw in the first fight, though, especially the ones right on the centre of the guard, they were the most effective for him, and been the most effective in this fight when he's decided to do it. And Smith has been more defensively minded, but more effective because of it. Good from Williams, though.
Well, from the Welsh perspective, they'll want to see their man fighting with a wee bit more confidence than he's showing at the moment.
But to be honest, because it's such a close fight anyway, you don't want to overcommit, make a mistake, and give anything away. That's better from Williams. But it's that solid jab back there, though, from Liam Smith.
Great jab.
He won't allow him to hold him, William Smith.
Showing his strength, working Williams back across the ring.
It's good from Smith again there, head hook.
Smith might have a greying head of hair nowadays, but it's a sprightly performance so far.
Good jab there, though, from Williams. Oh, he's boxed much better in this fight, Liam Smith. He said he would be better prepared.
Well, he said to me, I know fighters say a lot of things in the run-up to fights, but he said an awful lot of fighters would have looked good against me in the first 6 rounds last time.
Yeah, I don't believe that, but to be honest, but he's been better in this fight. It's good as well from him there. Williams trying to put his foot on the pedal a little bit more. He's been out-jabbed again in this round as Liam Williams, which is a surprise for me.
It's not quite the intensity in Liam Williams' work that there was. That's better. But that surely has to be another Smith round.
Yeah, for me, John, as well.
Slightly muted response from the crowd, who'd anticipated fireworks.
Oh, look at that with the head. There's nothing, that was Williams' fault that time. I don't think anything intentional, but I think, again, the way they are with their starts, they both had to go low. That's the end of the round there with the right hand from Williams, but I think the Smith with the solid jab again.
Got to go in angles all the time. Right, that's round 8 coming up, right? How do you feel? You're right. Feel great, yeah? Okay. So, listen, force it, but force it on the front foot and counter punch it, not by leaning off. Big round, come on.
Barry's got it by 2. Liam Smith, former WBO champion of the world. The big rematch, and so far Williams not having the success that he did first time around.
Good jab again there from Smith. I think Williams is expecting Smith to come at him.
Well, he's going to have to sooner or later.
No, Williams thought Smith was going to come at him.
Oh,
Smith's been very cagey, hasn't he? He's been happy to give ground and look for the counter.
Well, he's been confident to try and out-jab him as well. I think his jab has been the key.
Just on the edge of the pocket, just on the edge of the pocket.
Oh, it's a good shot. Smith holding on there. I just think he was a little bit off balance. I don't think he was really hurt.
No.
Surprised, I think. A fantastic shot, though, from Williams.
On the side of the guard, wasn't it?
Maybe that's a little tack there, a little feint. Coming with different angles.
Williams still reluctant to commit, and at the same time, Smith just waits.
Lovely left hook in that exchange from Smith. Nice short, solid left hook. Williams didn't blink, to give him to his credit. Yeah, now we've got to take a step to the side there, Williams, and go again. You get him back on the ropes and just stand in front of him, that's not good enough. That's a good shot, though.
Solid body shot from Smith. Doubling up on the jab beautifully.
That's good. Well, Smith is winning this stuff at long range, which I'm really surprised at. I thought that was going to be where Williams was going to have the better.
Well, he was out jabbed for most of the early rounds in the first meeting. Not here though, not so far.
Like, no one's dominating anything, but you just feel that Smith's just having a little bit of a better of the exchanges. Getting a bit busier as well. Williams got to stop throwing single shots if he's going to have any success. Because when he throws one shot, Smith throws 3 or 4 back.
They got a smile again from Liam Smith as the bell goes. And is he starting to ease clear here? It looks as though he is.
He's wanting you to get there with him so he can touch and work around the body. You keep bang landing and just stay on the edge there, and it's falling short with everything. And we're picking everything up that he falls short with, yeah? All right, okay. You know, he's got to come desperate, he's got to get more bollocking, and he'll be looking at setting his feet for the big hooks, all right? Just be careful when he steps right when he jumps in that big left hook, yeah? Okay. Lovely work, yeah? Come, Shield.
Looking for the big shots, right? Come on. Come on, 4 big ones, come on. 4 big rounds,
Well, the Welsh corner know, Barry. Gary Lockett knows. And you could hear by way of contrast that Joe Gallagher in the Smith corner very happy with the way things are panning out right now. Williams needs a big round.
It's still a winnable fight here for Williams, but he needs everything for me now.
Smith by 3 points now on your card, Barry. Are you surprised that it's been so different to first time around?
Yeah, I am. I'm surprised. I didn't think Liam Smith would have changed his tactic, to be fair, to be honest. And I thought Liam Williams would have been busier, because that's where he was more successful in the last fight, when his punches go straight, and simple straight punches down the guard, finishing or starting with a screw shot. I thought that was going to be the success for him. It's good for Romero, doubling up the right hand.
Needs a lot more of that if he's going to force his way back.
But like Gary Lockett was asking for earlier, Williams just needs a little bit of just changing the angle every now and again. Good right hand from Smith, but a better left hook response from Williams.
Williams does appear to have just increased his work rate a little in this round. And my goodness, he needs to.
They're still tight rounds, no one's dominating anything.
No.
Good jab from Williams.
That's better from Williams, getting the better of that exchange.
He's a bit busy in this round, Williams, but he's still got to keep it going to the bell. It's good.
First time for a while that he's done one around with any degree of authority, and he's certainly upped the work rate here.
And he's rolling underneath the shots, and that's better. It's a good jab.
Much better round this for Liam Williams. Good body shot.
Yeah, well done. Catching Smith coming forward with his hands down there, that short little left hook, Williams.
At last, fighting and boxing with a little bit more belief, Liam Williams. A few words exchanged. A Williams round, Barry?
Yeah, it was, John. I thought he got his punches together well, you know, started to let his hands go a little bit more. And it's, ironically, Smith trying to push the fight a little bit, trying to come forward, and Williams had more success because of that. Showing a bit of physical strength there as well, Williams trying to push Smith back. I thought he put his punches together really well. They're showing a nice little sneaky left hand there from Williams. Closing the gap.
3 rounds remaining, and Barry has it Liam Smith by 2.
You've got about 1 behind, right? 1 or 2 behind maybe, right? You've got to win these 3 rounds. You've got to win these 3 rounds. But you're not going to do it, listen, you're not going to do it by walking into stupid shots.
Well, I think he's absolutely right. I think he's certainly got to win the last 3 rounds to give himself a chance.
Seconds out, round 10.
10th round.
John,
But Liam Williams has never gone the 12-round distance.
every fight is tiring, but this hasn't been a grueling fight like the first one. So Williams, in this state of rounds now, he hasn't had the best start that he had in the first fight, but he'll have more energy than he had in the first fight as well, so he will or should be able to up the pace now.
Smith as well, though. He'll have plenty remaining as well.
Yeah, but he did. That's the, sort of the Smith anyway, isn't it? Always comes on strong. Yeah.
Always strong in the latter stages.
But he hasn't been able to, or he hasn't chosen. He's been the one, been happy to be pushed back a little bit, so he hasn't been forcing the pace like he normally does, putting you under pressure.
Smith on the front foot that time, forcing things. Only defeat on Liam Smith's record, of course, against Saul Alvarez. Which isn't the most Isn't the worst mark on anybody's record, is it? He is rather exceptional.
Well, an uppercut there from Williams, and a body shot.
Needs more, needs to build on it. It's his best work from Williams for some time.
Great from William. Oh, look at that class. Smith calling him on though.
And he's only too happy to oblige. Now at last the fight starts to come alive.
He's a double up that left hook again, Williams. That's where he had success earlier on. Just slowed him down a bit, didn't he?
Big left hook from Williams, from Smith rather. Great exchanges, Barry. And Smith trying to trade on his strength. Landing hurtful hooks in the latter stages of the round, but Williams dominated for the most part.
Yes, another William round there. Fantastic round that was, John.
Oh, great work, wasn't it?
Real class as well, wasn't it? The left hook to the body was a peach of a shot. Look at that. Low.
Well, he'd have felt it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, really would have. Didn't moan to his credit there, mind, Smith. That was a hard round, that.
Right up to the head.
Right, listen.
Big breaths, all right?
Good.
Come on,
You gotta don't do anything stupid, right? Come on, stay on. Come on, dig in.
Seconds out, round 11.
It's a close one, 2 rounds to go.
Good shot.
Smith starting the round well.
It was Williams that time. Just missing with that right hand there, Liam Smith.
The Welsh fans chanting their support. Fight which just hasn't really caught light.
No, it hasn't, really, surprisingly.
And a long way from the classic that some, I suppose myself included, a long way short of the classic anticipated so far. Maybe drama still to come.
Lovely little right hand that exchange from Smith. And again with a 1-2.
Straight punches.
And here comes Williams again though. Good from Smith.
Williams finding it so difficult to get clean shots off. Testament some sound defensive work from Liam Smith. A bit of bruising now under his right eye. Neither man marked up anything like in the first fight.
Even at this stage, neither one wanted to make a mistake.
Honestly, I don't think there's a lot to choose between them in terms of power punches.
No.
Knockout stats are very similar.
Oh.
Good work, lovely work from Liam Smith.
Great little uppercut there from Smith. Oh, and a right hand.
And he's hurting with that, he's hurting. Forced to give ground, Liam Williams. That's a good finish to the round for Liam Smith. And maybe with that, he senses now that he will be the winner.
Good round, needed that. He has a good round and a good finish to the round as well from Smith. It's a good right hand there, right through the guard there from Smith. And again, finished that round strong. He was maybe just edging it anyway, John, but that just cemented it for him, I think.
Yeah.
Williams needs a big round now.
It's been a very controlled performance from Liam Smith.
Everything you've got. Don't fall in. Don't be desperate. Don't fall in.
Don't be desperate, he says, but I think sometimes desperate times need desperate measures, and Liam Smith waves to the crowd. Respect from the two guys, but Smith believes that he is heading for victory.
Well, I understand what Lockett's saying, because you don't want to make any silly mistakes. It's still a tight fight, but you have got to be committed. You have got to commit. You have got to win this round. Imperative, and it could make all the difference.
This fight's been very different to the first one in that respect as well.
Yeah.
Both of them well aware of the problems which were caused by heads first time around, and there's been very little of that this time. Smith working his man back and having success. Good again from Smith.
Just a little bit more energy in Smith's work, isn't there, than Williams? Williams really got to bite on that gum shield now and start getting those combinations going.
Well, maybe the judges see it different to how we are seeing it.
That's good.
But Williams has not replicated what he did first time around for me.
It's just been a different tempo of the fight, that's all, different pattern.
And fair play to Liam Smith.
Oh, with a head there, Williams, but a good right hand to follow it as well.
Yeah, but he took it so well, didn't he? And came back throwing more of his own. And he gesticulates to Williams saying, come on, come at me, I'm here, right in front of you. And it's Smith who is finishing this as the aggressor into the final minute. Well, it's cute defensive work from Smith, showing his experience.
Not doing enough in this round, is he, Liam Williams?
Not for me. Not for me. It's been a disappointing performance from Williams, but you're only as good as your opponent lets you be. And Liam Smith has fought infinitely better than first time around. And I think as both men hold their arms aloft, they'll be relieved that this enmity, this rivalry, is now maybe at an end. Heads are even coming close when they're congratulating each other, aren't they? I think Smith's won that one, Barry.
Yeah, not me, John. I think I got him by a few points. in the end. I think it was tighter to a point, and all the rounds were, but no one really committed and grabbed the fight by the scruff of the neck. Both having too much respect for each other in many ways. But I just think maybe Smith's just stronger work, I think, and his jab in some of those rounds was a little bit stronger than Williams is, and I think he's won the fight.
Well, sometimes rematches don't quite have the intensity, the savagery, if you like, and the passion of first time around because they know more about each other. Yeah. This was kind of like that. Yeah, well, you know the good things they can do, that's why, and so you're aware of making any mistakes, and you're going to have to pay the price. Well, let's take a look again at some of the key moments of the fight. We thought it was going to be one of those again, didn't we? The clash of heads, they went out straight away. But it was a cagier start, and Smith maybe a little bit much better start than the last fight, because he was getting totally outboxed. Kept it tight, kept it close. No one willing to commit. Both landed with quality shots throughout the fight, but nothing too much. No one willing to really just grab the fight by the scruff of the neck. That was a naughty moment. One of the few naughty moments, though, John, to be fair. And I think Williams had his flashes of really good work. Just couldn't build on it, couldn't capitalise on the lead. Smith always willing to fire back. But then, Williams sometimes out-Smith with some of those beautiful uppercuts that he threw. Good body shot there from Williams. But ultimately, at the end of the fight, even though Williams showed some flashes of great work, it was Smith who finished the stronger for me. And gets the win. 11th round. Smith throwing in some great shots there. We just finished the stronger. I'm not saying he wanted it more than anyone else. A bit of respect, which was nice to see. There was no messing around in this fight, no nasty stuff. It was all just proper boxing. But it was Smith again who finished the last round a little bit stronger, a little bit neater. And I think he gets the win by, well, for me, 3 points. Stephen Smith, Paul Senior, Callum, all there at ringside. And they certainly are expecting that when we hear from our Master of Ceremonies that it's going to be a Liverpudlian celebration. The Welsh fans here, of course, will hope for something very different. So too Liam Williams. We've got it, Smith, not by a huge margin, but we reckon that he's won it. Let's find out if we're right. Here is Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Marcus McDonald scores it 114 to 114, even a draw. Judge Dave Harris scores it 116 to 112. And Judge Phil Edwards scores it 117 to 111. Both go to your winner by majority decision. And the winner of this WBO Super Welterweight Championship of the World official eliminator, Liam Smith.
The celebrations are for Liam Smith. The respect is there now. It's been a great rivalry. The second fight, not quite with the same intensity of first time around. Marcus McDonald scoring it as a draw. The other judges having it more in line with the way we saw it. And so a majority decision, and the winner here in this official eliminator for the WBO Super Welterweight title, the winner from the Smith family, it's Liam.
One reading of it potentially. Better preparation by Liam Smith this time round. Same tactics, better execution of them, and unfortunately for Liam Williams, never able to put a run of rounds in the bank. But with all that, it's still only a majority win. And you, Jamie Moore, you had it level 2, like Marcus McDonald, is that correct?
I did, I scored it a draw, and it was one of those fights where there was so many close rounds, it was tough to separate them. You know, I was listening to the guys in commentary, and some of the stuff what they was calling I wasn't seeing, and then I was seeing it the opposite way.
It was that kind of fight.
Situations, it is definitely how you read a fight, and it was one of those fights. But you know, fair play to Liam Smith. he set out his tactics and executed them better this time.
Or calling it a fight. Am I wrong in calling it a fight? It wasn't really a fight tonight. It was a chess match.
Listen, there were 3 or 4 fights that were that were really tough and really hard. There were 3 or 4 rounds. It was a boxing match. It was a quality boxing match. And sometimes in 2017 we forget that as we turn out 80,000 to watch our big heavyweight champion smash someone to bits. We sometimes forget that it's a boxing match. It's called self-defense. Liam Smith tonight was brilliant in defense. Sometimes so was Liam Williams. The first 4 rounds were really tough to score. I've got to be honest with you, I said to Jamie, I think there were only 8 rounds there I could score clear, and I scored those 4-4. The 8 rounds I could see was clear. It was technical, it was tactical. Sure, it wasn't blood and guts, but it was quality boxing.
Let's go up to Ron McIntosh.
Well, we're joined now by the 2 combatants after that epic 12-round contest. Liam Smith, you're the victor, a repeat victory over Liam Williams. Your thoughts on that contest in what's an entirely different fight from the first one. Your thoughts on your performance and the victory you've just earned tonight.
I thought it was a very good fight. It was nip and tuck. But for a different fight, I think you showed a different Liam Smith, which I said to you. Liam said in the build-up all along, I can't change many things. I think everyone would have been surprised how I boxed Liam Williams. I think I kind of, I won the fight, I outboxed a very good boxer. I showed I had a very good jab. And people just think I walked forward and can't use my legs. So I think I proved I can do that now against a very good fighter, Liam Williams.
You said after the first fight that you wanted to correct the mistakes that you made in that first fight. You've done so tonight with the majority points victory. What did you work on during your preparation to make the adjustments that you did? The movement from the waist, the straight jab that you used to such brilliant effect. What adjustments did you make? How were you able to implement them?
Do you know what? We've been in the ring before, and I knew what Liam Williams done very well, and it was a jab, lay back, and he always come back, and if I held my feet, that worked, and it worked a few times in that fight where I switched off, but when I got my own jab going and moved my legs, I think it nullified what Liam does very well.
The fact that you had shared those hard-fought 9 rounds together previously, how much more respect did you have for him coming in? What effect did that have on the type of contest we saw tonight?
Again, we were going into fight. Look, I always had respect for him, but I just, I didn't like the way the last fight panned out, and, I got all the blame, as you've seen today. You've seen him round 1 or 2. We were both, it was bad for us both, but I got all the slack last time, and I said there was a clip 5 seconds before. Liam does it to me, I do it to him, but obviously the cut happened last time, and I just didn't like the way I got all the blame. So that's where I didn't like the way they went about it. But out of respect for him as a fighter, I always had respect for him.
So it's an official eliminator that you just won for the title that you used to hold. Depending on what Miguel Cotto does next after his defense in December, you could well find yourself fighting for that vacant title again. How excited are you about that prospect of possibly contesting for the WBO Championship of the World once more?
Very. I said since I lost the title, that's what my next aim is, and Liam Williams was on that way. It was not about a grudge match. From the outside looking in, it was probably nice to see a grudge match, but from my point of view, Liam Williams was just next in line for me to go and become world champion again. And like I said, once I didn't want to look past Liam, but once I beat Liam, I always said I was confident. Frank and my management team, Matthew, and that they will produce the goods. I'm probably in Britain.
Well, congratulations. You've got the repeat victory over Liam Williams and put yourself in terrific position for a world title shot.
My nan's been dead 3 years today, so that was for you, Nan. So
congratulations on your victory tonight. Very well done indeed. Liam Williams played your part in what was an enthralling contest, completely different from the first bout that you shared. Real thinking boxing match. Your thoughts on the contest and the role that you've played in it?
It was a very good fight. Liam Smith brought something very different to what he brought in the first fight. And yeah, he turned up, he had a lot more respect for me this time. I thought a good fight, but he just upped his game as well. He took it to the next level, and he made it a very good fight. And I believe the right man won, just about. It could have gone either way, but no complaints.
Very magnanimous of you to concede that you thought the right man won tonight. The fact that he was so different from the first contest.
I thought I could have won the fight. As I said, I thought it could have gone either way, but I got no complaints. He boxed a very good fight, and you know he turned up and done and produced the goods.
Know that it's still in the immediate aftermath of the contest, but what do you do next when you go away and you sit down with Gary? What do you plan out for your future? What would you like to do next?
I'm just going to go away, a couple of months off. Both my hands are gone. Where they're broken or not, I don't know, but they're certainly very badly bruised. I'm just gonna enjoy a bit of time off, chill out over Christmas, and see where offers come my way.
Well, listen, you've played your part in what's been a terrific contest tonight. Thank you very much indeed for speaking with us, and we look forward to your next step, wherever that may take you.